Good morning. Today is April 12th. I'm going to go over some practice problems that you can do to get ready for the Unit 6 math assessment. Okay? All right. It's a good idea if you try these problems and then, pause it when you're ready, then you can unpause it so you can see what the answers are. Which expressions is equal to 3 to the fifth power? Okay, 3 to the fifth power, so we're talking about the exponents of 5. Do you think it's 8, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, 15, or 5 to the third power? So 3 to the fifth power, that means it's 3 times itself 5 times. All right, 3 times itself 5 times. So the answer would be B. Okay. Number 2, select all the equations where x equals 5 is a solution. If I put 5 minus 3, that's 2. So would that be true? No. If 1 plus 5, does that equal 6? Yes. 10 equals 2 times 5. Does that make sense? Is 2 times 5 equal 10? Yes. 1/3 times 5 equals 2. Well, let's figure it out. So 1/3 times 5. And then remember, if it's a whole number, we can just make it into a fraction, equals 2. What's 1 times 5? 5. What's 3 times 1? 3. No, that doesn't equal 2. 5/3 is actually like 1 and 2/3. So that's not right. Okay, what about E? Is 7 minus 5 2? Is 7 minus 5 1? No, 7 minus 5 is 2. I just kind of said the answer right there. All right. Is 5 to the second power 25? 5 to the second power. Is 5 times 5 25? Yes. B, C, and F. Okay. Number 3, which expression is equivalent to 30b minus 10c? All right. Let's do A. 10 times 3b is 30b. 10 times c is 10c, but it's a plus sign. So does this match with this? No. Okay, let's do B. 2 times 15b, 30b, minus 10c. Okay, does that match? Yep, that matches. So I think it's just one answer, but let's just make sure. 30 times BC, so that's 30 BC. That's not going to be good because it's only 30B, so that's not right. D, 30B minus 10 times 10. That's 100C, so that wouldn't be right. So we know that it is B. Okay? We know that is this B. Okay, next. Here's an expression 4 times 3 to the R power. Well, evaluate the expression when R equals 1. So when R equals 1, that's just 4 times 3, right? And that's 12. What about when R is 3? 3 to the third power. So 4 times 3 times 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. And then 27 times 4. 108, right? Okay. Number 5. 4/7 of the video games that Mr. Yahya has are PS4 games. How many PS4 games does Mr. A have if he has 21 video games? Here you can make like a table if you want. So make a table. So we can say PS4 and then video games, right? So 4 PS games and 7 video games. If I have 21 video games, how many PS4 games do I have? So I can cross multiply and divide, and I would get 12. Okay, so that's A. And then I would do it again for B. So P and V. How many PS4 games does Mr. have? He has 49 video games. So again, we're going to use the ratio 4:7. 49 video games. So if you cross multiply and divide, 49 times 4 divided by 7, you should get 28. Okay, so 49 times 4, and then divide by 7. That's one way you can do it. Then this one will be 4 times 21, and then divide by 7. If you have another way you can figure it out, then that's awesome. All right. If Mystery has X PS4 games, write an expression for the number of PS4 games in terms of X. We know that it's going to be 4/7. 4/7. Do you think we're going to subtract X times X plus X or divide by X? Okay. I think we're just going to multiply by X. So we can write it like this. Or we can say 4/7 times X. Like that. All right. Because it would work. If you plug in like, say you have 4/7 here. Okay. And we don't know what X is. I mean, we can just use what we just did right now. X is right here, right? And then let's say 21. And then that's the same thing what we just did. All right. It's the same thing. This and this is the same. All right. How many video games does Mr. have if 20 of them are PS4? Oh, so now we're going to do the opposite. Now I have the PS4 games. So P, V, then 4/7. So now I have the PS4 games, if that's 20. Now I have to just cross multiply and divide, and that is 35. 35. 20 times 7 divided by 4. All right. Next, Mrs. Jed makes popcorn by mixing 5 cups of kernels with every 3 cups of butter. How much kernels does Mrs. Jed need if she uses 12 cups of butter? All right. So one way we can do this, make a table. We can say kernels and butter. 5 cups of kernels with 3 cups of butter. If she used 12 cups of butter, cross multiply and divide, yeah, that's 20. Remember, pause it whenever so you can work on it. And how do we figure that out? One way is 12 times 5 and then divide by 3. Okay? And then you can do it again. K and B. Sorry, that's a bad K and bad B. All right, 5 and 3 again. Now it's 15 cups of kernels. Cross, multiply, and divide, and you get 9. 15 times 3. Divide by 5. All right. Okay, no. Last one. Mrs. Yip poured 4.5 liters of lemonade into a partially filled pitcher. The pitcher then contained 12.8 liters. Which diagram represents this situation? So think about it. She poured 4.5 liters of lemonade, and then the pitcher then had 12.8 liters altogether. So which one do you think it is? So go ahead and pause it and think about it. When you're ready, unpause it. Okay, the answer is A. The whole thing is 12.8. She poured 4.5. So we don't know what X is. Write an equation that represents this situation. So write how A would look like. Maybe something like 4.5 plus X equals 12.8. Something like that. And then solve the equation you wrote. So we're going to solve it. The opposite of that is subtraction. We want to leave X by itself. That is what? 8.3? 8.3 liters. Explain what the solution to the equation means in this situation. So what does the solution mean to the equation? Well, let's see. It means the amount of lemonade that was there before 4.5 liters were added. I don't know, something like that. Okay, something like that. Okay, right? 8.3 is the amount of lemonade that was there before 4.5 liters were added. Okay? All right. If you have any questions, let me know. Send me a message on Canvas. It's a good idea. It's a good idea to go over this. If you know how to do these problems, you should have a less difficult time on the assessment tomorrow. Okay? All right. Have a good day. Talk to you later.